Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And he's whipped it across. And that's been won straight back. And he shoots! It's bounced back off the post. Ugarte attempts a clearance. Lobbed in behind. Was somewhat off target. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Simons. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Nicely weighted ball. And that's aimed into the middle. He's cut it out. Paris Saint-Germain trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Can he finish? It's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe carries the ball down the right. And that's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Tomori kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vinicius Junior knocks it out wide. Climbs up big! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
That's going in strongly.
We are into stoppage time. Salmakas knocks it into space. Zaire Emery finds himself offside. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change them.
Applies the finish! And it's hit the woodwork and out! He's there to retrieve it. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Played in by... It's a mighty effort! Oh, taken with style! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Madrid go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This goes for a shot! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Madrid go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, they've got it again. It's a sharp pass. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh no, he's got that wrong. Ugarte. Looking for options for movement. Time for a change in personnel. Azar coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
And it's Silamakers. He's shifting through the gears here. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Attention, changement.
So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
He is through here. Incoming delivery. Only partially clear. Shapes to shoot! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Madrid are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Rodrigo. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Lovely feet. He's and the finish! Oh, in he goes again! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Madrid making another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Madrid blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Now it's Mbappe. That's a decent clearance. Played back. 75 minutes played. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Le numéro 33. À leur place.
And it's been taken
le
short.
10, le numéro 21.
Strong running down that left flank. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Selmakers. That ball looks a good one. Kane has it out wide and in space. Elects to... Up he goes! He scores! satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Paris Saint-Germain.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it.
There's the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Shot, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Chouameni tries to pass it through. Zaire Emery did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a nicely shaped ball. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That has been slung wide. Hazard with the delivery.
Well, that kind of touch usually leads to a mouthful from several angles.
Now it's Pulisic.
That's good play from him.
Rodrigo.
Il y aura 6 minutes de temps
Valverde.
additionnel.
Can he get it through? Rodrigo. Mbappe. Real chance! That has been knocked clear. Saka. To Barella. Played out to the right. Well read, nice interception. Goes forward. That has not gone well. And that is that. Madrid have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and
Mbappe! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Ruben Neves, and it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's found the way through. And a chance! Goal! Manchester United! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Looking to go deep. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Over to the left. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's good play from him.
Bellingham defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Eder Militao did well to emerge with the ball. Real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Cannavaro. And it's been given away. Oh, he's through and all alone! Chance, surely! And he hits the net! They are right back in business!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Threads one in. Messi's cross. Terrific header! Goal! Manchester United! And they're back in front. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. All the way back. Casemiro. Half an hour played now. There will be a throw-in. Messi. And he's chosen to go back. And it's made its way to him. Distributed tidily. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Goulet. Casemiro. Luis Skelly. Mbappe! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Mbappe! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! A finish of true class! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it, he will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Big chance! Played out to the left flank. In once more. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's a fine interception. Alexander-Arnold. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great vision. Flashes it across. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Madrid really could have done without this. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead. Ruben Neves. And Jamal. And that is out of play. Casemiro. Mbappe, and it's Arda Güler.
You can never be short of runners into space.
He rises! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Number 8.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Madrid are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far.
Please welcome our lads to the field.
Oh, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Madrid are making a change now.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable match. And the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Vinicius Junior goes for a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Madrid come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Yamal, the ball is loose and the chase is on. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Now it's Mbappe, he has found the way through. Crosses it, goes for the header! Now that was a full-blooded header.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Well-timed, excellent interception. Can he get on the end of this? Delivers the ball. Gets his head on it! And it's in! And the comeback is complete! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Madrid take the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match.
And the shot! Cannavaro.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Almost an hour gone. He's played it back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a good run down the left. Madrid are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Bellingham played out towards the right wing. Nicely weighted ball. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Front-footed pressing going on here. Oh, good spread. Yamal could try cutting inside here.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 99. Coming on to replace him.
Nicely aimed pass.
Number 23.
Now it's Rodrigo. That's a good ball out wide.
Substitution.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Shoots! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
After 73 minutes is...
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Number 49.
Manchester United making another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win. Face to face with the keeper. Great chance! Off the post! Merino. Now it's Marino. Oh, good read. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Casemiro. And it's Ruben Neves. Azar. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now, can they get him away? Chance! Sticks it away! Back within one! They have them in their sights again!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's shifting through the gears here. That is good strength.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That has been slung wide. Azar, he's picked his way through. It's Azar! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Hazard can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
And this is a decent chance! It's there!
Goal! After 90 minutes is number 20, Eden Hazard.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
He's got away, shapes to shoot! Oh, nearly. Cannavaro, not going up front in a hurry. That is very well defended. He's away! Ødegaard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Marino. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Messi, and that has left him in a heap. Now it's Mbappe. And that is that. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Mbappe voted man of the match and deservedly. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
It certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And already we're underway here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he plays one through. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Crossed into the middle. Kerkez attempts a clearance. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the engine to do all the covering, but he's a lot more than that. He's got the strength, the tackling ability, good composure on the ball and balance in his game. So you'd really struggle to find any weakness.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Real chance! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And he's managed to get rid. It's an imaginative pass. This is Hazard. Hazard finds himself offside. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's bustling through here. Still goalless at the moment. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Howson. Let's a look and place it forward. Hazard. That is good strength. And here's Neymar. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking. That was travelling. Jimenez cuts it out. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mbappe takes a shot! And it's a goal! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Ha segnato al 26esimo minuto, numero 10.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he cuts out the supply. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. No, it's come to nothing. Turns back here, probably the best option. Half an hour played now. Now it's Hazard. He's picked his way through. Aimed in towards the centre. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Goulart plays it short. Great chance! Madrid have their second corner now. Goulart goes short. Played in deep. And he thumps it clear. That is ended up in no man's land.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And reclaimed it in a trice.
Oh, really well played.
Mbappe, good driving run. Ambitious ball here. Mbappe with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Now that looks a decent ball. Shot could be... And the finish! They've scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. And this is Raul. It's Raul!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Kirkes. And Neymar. And it's Hazard. He is through here. He's making a real surge on the left. And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
We are into stoppage time. Now it's Raul. Now this could be a chance. It will be. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Rafinha. Messi. Milan looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers.
And the shot! He's scored! in front. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Madrid take the lead. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He has found the way through. Now there's a fine ball. Chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Valverde. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Crossing, big header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Valverde. Hazard is herring after that one. Valverde. Tries to pass it through. He's being urged to shoot. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Mbappe. In with the challenge. Showing great feet there. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? And it's in! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That's a simple one for the keeper. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Cambio di giocatori.
Van Dijk. And it's Kirkes. Spread out to the left. Hazard receives it in a wide position. And it's made its way to him. And this is Neymar. Tries a shot! Oh, it's hit the post. And another try! Goal! Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
But there's going to be another change here. Son Heung-min to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Milan go into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Alexander-Arnold. Iwobi. Great vision.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He might be in here! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's picked it up out wide. Donnarumma gets it clear. Asensio. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mikel Oyarzabal is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Now it's Asensio. Nice bit of trickery. He's found a way through. Can he get on the end of this? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's been won straight back.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di
He's had it taken off him. Messi. Nicely shaped ball. That has been cut short. Milan looking to pass their way through. Brahim Diaz looking for the run. Great defending, strong and determined. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Son Heung-min. Oh, it's a... Mbappe! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Madrid illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Now it's Foden. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. This looks promising. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Played into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? And that has been clubbed away. Now that is commitment to the cause. Alexander-Arnold goes short. England have the chance to go the other way. He has found the way through. It's played through for him. Great chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Palmer has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Can he get on the end of this? Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Vardiol. And Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the keeper's got it again. Van Dijk. Still goalless. And it's Camavinga. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Distributed tidily.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's got full. That's another chance. Goal, England! And he is away. The launch of a brand new hero. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
England have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Played out to the right. And the return pass. Oh, good read. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Knocks it into space. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Gordon elects to cross. Danger averted for now. He's gone forward. Tries to play it through. Vardiol.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Abraham. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Abraham. Half an hour played now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And this is Kane. Van Dijk. That's a little off target. Palmer. And this is Kane, and he's certainly on. Kane! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Goes for a shot! And the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Now it's Abraham. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's been given away. Vardio. Spread out to the left. He's found a way past. He's found a way through. And the shot!
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Akanji. And Gvardiol. Besiktas looking to pass their way through. And this is Kane. It's a really well-measured ball. Palmer, and he's managed to get free. Crosses it in here. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Abraham, and he's surging through. And played right into his path. Shapes to shoot! He scores! They have come roaring back.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Everyone, please welcome our
That's a really
players.
interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Second period then underway. Gordon, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Corner number 2 then. Vardiol getting this one clear. Foden, he's gone for goal! Lacking in accuracy.
Foden probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Camavinga. Fernandes. That's a shade optimistic. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That looks a cracking ball. And this is Kane. It's Kane! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Kane is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Kane! And again the keeper stands strong. England get their fourth corner. And Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And that is out of play. Vardiol. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Kane. Alexander-Arnold. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Climbs up big! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Camavinga has found the net here, of course. Gvardiol. Akanji. And Gvardiol. Akanji. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Fernandes. Now it's Abraham. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Mbappe. And it's Fernandes. In with the challenge. England needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Threads one in. Saka aimed beyond the defence. Here comes the cross. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Substitution.
England can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that is expertly dealt with. No, that's been intercepted. Van Dijk. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Van Dijk. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! Goal, England! And they're back in front. And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
78 minutes is number 4, Gordon.
England making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
England go into the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Gascoigne. That has not gone well. And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Substitutions taking place.
Fernandes. Looking to play and it shoots! And that could come back to haunt them.
Abraham really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Substitution for Besiktas. Number 22 coming on the field is number 5, Messi.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's gone loose. He is through here. It's Kane! And it's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Harry Kane!
There's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
England take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been a
real chance! He's got a goal! a climax we have here! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Number 13, Tammy
Besiktas give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Substitution for Besiktas.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Coming on the field is number 17.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neatly clipped into space. Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Abraham is onto this. Akanji. We are into overtime.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Now it's Messi. Searching pass he's played there. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that's that. England have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately